Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello, Net and YouTube. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live. This is going to be to honor, to respect, to appreciate the new American hero, martyr, Renee Nicole Good is her name. Renee Nicole Good is her name. And she's an American hero, not by choice. She's an American hero by being a victim of Trump terrorism. And there's lots of American heroes like this, but to me, she stands out as this major figure in American history. And they just killed her today. The news was pretty extensively about this killing. And the conversation online has been um, largely about this killing. I've heard about some of the things the Republican and Trump Trumpism have been saying from content creators on the left, and it's disturbing and expected and unsettling and what they do. Um, I also feel like people are affected by this. It's kind of like white women's George Floyd. There's going to be a response from this. The first response I saw was from Governor Tim Walz saying he was going to call up the National Guard, that they're on alert. I've since heard people explain that this alert is for the anticipated protests. I thought my understanding of the way he phrased it was, you've done enough, like you need to leave, like ICE, you need to leave. So I'm going to call out the National Guard to make sure that you leave. I think calling the National Guard on Trump's National Guard, on Trump's traitorous ICE, has been something I've been calling for months. So maybe that's why I heard it that way. But also, maybe that's just the way it should be. Maybe governors should call the National Guard out on ICE, on anybody obeying Trump's illegal orders. This reminds me of Trump kidnapping Maduro, the previous number one conversation before they killed Renee Nicole Good. And I haven't heard anybody talking about what the consequences for everyone along the chain of command following Trump's illegal orders to kidnap Maduro should be. Again, I can see that happening in the future, where everyone in that chain of command has consequences for following illegal orders. There will be consequences for the guy who shot the American hero, Renee Nicole Good. Whether those consequences will be legal, as the justice system is defending him, but also showing their prejudice to provide any actual justice by jumping to a fake narrative that is easily disproven by everybody's views of the videos and everybody's interpretation so far, that show they can't be trusted, that they're going to side with the killers. Um, I mean, we've had every other piece of evidence that proves that as well. But there are other forms of authority in America. There's other law enforcement bodies, and somebody can take this ICE agent killer into custody. If they don't, I think people will probably take it upon themselves to do it. I think this could be the transition from the hashtag grab 'em by the posse being just a hashtag to being a posse that we refer to as the first time people did, in fact, grab 'em by the posse. And it seems like that kind of energy is out there a lot. Like, let's identify this person, let's identify that person. I saw Keith Edwards had a video that I believe probably went viral where he's, going to identify, his goal is to identify the killer, to identify the ICE agent who shot the American hero, Renee Nicole Good. So I feel like those efforts are going to result in someone arresting this ICE agent. And it makes you think about how, even if that's too much to ask for, you could expect that, and I don't think it's too much to ask for, but the world we live in right now, it seems like, yeah, that's a big ask, that there can actually be justice for one of these kidnappers and killers. But if the guy is allowed to run free, he should be worried for his entire life about when the retribution will come for killing the American hero, Renee Nicole Good. Now, found out she's from Colorado. She was just going to Minnesota with her family, that her husband had also recently died, so their kids are orphans and being taken care of by their grandparents. That's kind of the only update I have on her, other than she seems like somebody who was just driving down the street. Could have been you, you know. Could have been you, your mom, your daughter, your sister. And it is someone's mom and daughter and sister, probably. Like all of Trump's victims, it's not just the person who's the victim, it's the entire family, the community, the country, humanity. Like, there's all these different effects to every one of his victims. But Renee Nicole Good, the American hero, the American martyr, they martyred today, should be one of their last victims. I was saying this about Rob Reiner. I really felt this way about the death of Rob Reiner and the way Trump tried to claim it for his terrorist network. That they were going to upset enough people that we finally turned around and stopped him. And every time I think that, every time I think we're going to stop Trump, it's true. If we'd stopped him then, we would have had Renee Nicole Good alive. If we'd stopped him then, Maduro wouldn't have been kidnapped. If we stopped him, long ago, we'd still have Pope Francis. Just remember, not every day can be great, but you've done great today. Don't forget to be proud of yourself. Believe in you. Thank you, Janito. That's a very nice sentiment. I apologize in advance for everybody else in the live besides you. But no, you seem like a very nice person. Thank you for being here, Janito23. Nice to meet you. I'm Puffin. I'm from the Pillar Revolution, Peace Pipe Party, Fairy Liberation Front, and the Church of Judas to replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. All of those things I just mentioned have that same goal. The Church of Judas is a specifically Jesus-related path to end all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. Let's read the rest of your comments. And again, we're honoring the martyr, the American hero, Renee Nicole Good, who the ICE killers killed today. And the response to this will bring down Trump. So I'm sorry for her sacrifice and to her family, especially her little kids. Sorry to all their sacrifice, but she's an American hero now, who's going to be in the history books as the person who, the response to her, kind of brought down Trump. I knew that the Trump-hootineers would whine in here and expose themselves as haters of women and moms and Americans and innocent people, that they would be in here whining about stuff and spewing lies about, that Kristi Noem would say. I really appreciated Mermaid Maggie. Is it Mermaid Maggie? Mermaid Mama Maggie, I think, who did an impression of Kristi Noem today to make fun of her. And so I do edit it because it was awesome. It was really well done and hilarious and appropriate. Let's read the rest of your comments. Someone says, Ice Ice Baby, because they're a Nazi. Aren't you just the brightest little buttery fly at the playground? Okay, the cat had nudged my hand and it scrolled all your comments away, so we'll skip them all. We'll skip right to Carissa. Hi, Carissa. Thanks for being here. We're trying to honor the American hero, Renee Nicole Good, who lost her life today, was killed by Trump-hootineers, was killed by Trump's ICE minions. and will be an American hero, just like George Floyd, just like the white woman's George Floyd. Um, 2026 is Crispus Attucks. She'll be the person whose death ends Trumpism. So, yeah, she was murdered by ICE agents today, and we're going to hold them accountable. I don't know if they've identified the killer yet, but why would we honor your butt? Do you have an amazing butt? Sorry if I didn't read your comments and you're American. If you're not a Trump hooteneer and I missed your comment, just put it like a heart in the chat or put anything in the chat and I'll check out your heart. What's wrong, Vic? Oh, that guy's life is over? Well, every day he has to worry about when his life will be over. Every day he has to worry about when the vengeance will come. I think they should arrest him. They should get him safely into prison for his own safety. But yeah, they're going to make an example of that motherfucker. Like the American people will make an example of him if the authorities don't make an example of him. Like an example is going to be made, is what I'm saying. They're going to probably would prefer the example to be one they make themselves, even if it's a light punishment. They will prefer to be the ones making the example, and then still people might make an example of him, depending on how light the punishment is. They should lock him away for his own safety, but they'll probably just like put him in like protection. Anyway, let's read your comments. Yeah, we'll read Vic Morrison's comments anyway, and Carissa, she's here. She's good. Everyone should care about this. Thank you, Carissa. That's an important way to put it. Everyone should care about this. Now, people that don't care about things because they're Nazis, they're not going to care about things. So we're not going to get them to talk to it. An example has not been made. No, I don't think. The only consequences that have happened to MAGA so far is the Toast Lady got fired, and all these other racists got like fired, but they got GoFundMe, so that now they don't have to work. They can just be racist influencers. So they got like positive consequences. Nicki Minaj got called Tyronika Biggums. I call her Tyronika Biggums. And what's his name? Dave Chappelle is no longer funny. That's what he lost. He lost his soul. But he only had to go trans. He didn't have to. He only had to go transphobic. He didn't have to completely deep throat the boot like Nicki Minaj did. So I don't know what they had on her. But those are the only people who've had consequences so far. Dave Chappelle lost his ability to be funny, and Nicki Minaj lost like 10 million fans. So the black woman who's an immigrant lost 10 million fans. That's the only MAGA that's had any consequences so far. Well, the ones who got shot. Like a few of them got shot. Stop shooting yourselves, by the way, MAGA. Stop shooting yourselves. You don't think Dave is actually transphobic. He just did it for the fascism. That's interesting. There's no need to articulate an argument for lesser beings, such as all of you. Such as you all. Thanks, Billy. Thanks for letting us know that you were not going to articulate an argument for all the lesser beings. The person who said you're racist is, I think, talking to other people in the chat. I apologize for those people in the chat. I'm not responsible for them. I just don't really block people. Okay, the cat's headbutting my hand every time I try to adjust the chat, so that's not going to be happening. It sounds like we've got some intelligent people in the chat who can handle the trolls in the chat, but you should also just ignore the trolls in the chat. They'll get what's coming to them. Don't worry about it. So the one person who said, "Oh no, he called us racist," who's like proud of being racist. Look at your skin complexion. Okay. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears was fine, almost essential command, 1984. It's a good book. I read that when I was a kid. I haven't read it in a long time. I probably still think it was good. Yes, radical, not liberal. No, not a radical liberal. Radical leftist, like Jesus. So if you guys follow the Antichrist Trump, we can shift you over from the Antichrist Trump to the real Jesus. That's probably why you're here. If you're open to that, put a heart in the chat. If I read an interesting comment, I'll read it out loud. Unironically. Like and subscribe. Thanks, Vic Morrison. And I do apologize. Let me read all Vic Morrison's in case I missed some, because Morrison doesn't like a human or a good spirit who cares about stuff. Murdered. He's talking about the ICE murderer. His life is over. Yes, his life is over. Looking over your shoulder the rest of your life is no way to live, which is exactly how he and all Trump Putiners should feel. To move to northern Idaho. No, not even northern Idaho will be safe. Don't worry. Nowhere is going to be safe. Most of the Trump Putiners are from other countries. They're nowhere. They've never set foot in America. So when we get around to hunting them down, dude, that's all over the world. It'll be an interesting hunt. Molesters are governing America. Exactly. Liked and subscribed. Thank you for being here, Vic Morrison. I knew I missed an important comment you made, and it was molesters. One of them was molesters are running America, which is a problem. Thanks for liking and subscribing. I hope you enjoy my content. Please comment on the content if you feel so inclined, and I'll stay in touch with you. I can't really go to your profile from the chat, but if you go on my content and comment, I can go to your profile and we can stay in touch. You have the stigmata. Is that bad? No, I thought it was supposed to be. That's a really holy thing. Maybe bandage it up, though. I mean, are you still leaking? And when you believe Biden wasn't senile and very genuinely surprised when the sun downed during the what? Anyway, I say all this and I'm conservative. Attack the argument, not the person. Oh, you can attack either one, but I mean, I appreciate what you're saying, Janito. But with conservatives, you can attack them personally. Like it doesn't matter. They don't count. They're the lives that don't matter. Conservatives are the lives that don't matter. They make their lives meaningless by subjecting themselves to Trump and Putin. Let's see. Her life is over, bro. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. You won't do shit. Actually, Slybuster, you personally, since you said I won't do shit, and you just finished mocking our American hero, Renee Nicole, good. I'm going to go ahead and curse you. I'm going to curse your family. I'm going to curse you and I'm going to curse your family. I'm going to curse your terrorist network, whether you're a Groiper or a Zionist or whatever terrorist network, whatever part of the Trump terrorist network you belong to. I'm cursing that terrorist network through you. And I'm cursing it all the way up to Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. Whenever I do this, shit happens to your side, so you're responsible this time. You can look at tomorrow's tragic event for MAGA as your particular fault. Slybuster, you were used for some magic against Putin's will. Usually you can't do anything outside of Putin's will. You have a mind of Putin's own. But this time you were used for some magic that will hurt Putin and hurt Netanyahu and hurt Trump and hurt everybody between them down to you. So, congratulations. You won the prize. Dave literally criticized Israel in his new Letfix special. I may have seen some of that special. He's risking his entire career. No, he doesn't have a career. He already gave up his career Nicki Minaj style when he went transphobic. How's he exactly compromised? He's not compromised. He bought his safety by going transphobic. He's a sellout. Neither will you. I just shit my pants. Trump does that every day. That's the shard of the deal. Trump shits his pants so that the people he's having negotiations with will have to smell it, and then they'll want to leave, and they'll be more likely to give in to him. It's the shard of the deal. Trump's the author of the shard of the deal. Okay. They aren't going to riot. Who are you talking about? Taking a moment to support a stream with like and comment. Thank you. Sorry it took me so long to get to your comment. I'm live myself right now, and I know how much even small support helps keep things moving. Well, stay in touch. How to spell Mark, or I'll look you up and go check out your live sometime. I appreciate the support. You really did help. I usually stay in pretty low numbers, so you've helped get me up to some people. We're trying to support Renee Nicole Good, the American hero and martyr that Trump's goons killed today. And she's like Crispus Attucks of 2026. Like, we're going to have a revolution in her name, in her honor. We're going to overthrow Trump for this bitch. Like, we're done with these fuckers. We're going to overthrow Trump, Kristi Noem, all these fuckers who are bragging about it. All these people in chat who are bragging about it. Okay. We can dismiss pinned messages, by the way. I don't know what that means. I thought I was going to fart, but I shit. That is a shart, isn't it? Isn't that the definition of a shart? Okay, sorry, I'm gonna skip the Nazis comments. I'm drinking cold beer, listening to country music. That's cool. Taking a moment to support. Yeah, I think I got that comment. Okay, thanks. Oh, what? How did I lose you, Janito? Thanks for defending me. But I'll never know what it was. I'll never know what lost Janito. Oh no, what will we do without Janito? Yeah, I'll curse all the Trump boutonnieres in comments. If you feel like you missed out on the curse, there'll be a general curse for all Trump boutonnieres in comments. If you don't support Trump, you're welcome to comment. Oh no, Shadow Band is here. Carissa says, Billy jokes about mental health. You're so hilarious. Did I read Billy jokes? Billy's? I don't know. Hey, Billy, you can't say things like that. No one can disrespect Carissa. That'll get you a special curse. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about, why did I call her a bitch? I know, I was thinking about, what's her name, Christina. I'm gonna overthrow that bitch too. The new Groiper term. Thanks for calling out the Groipers, Iranian kiddo. Let me check out your previous comments in case I missed them before. Oh, you're the one who said you don't think Dave is actually transphobic. It's an interesting conversation. Why do you think he was leaning into it so hard when it really mattered? BJT and his swallowers. Oh yeah, fuck BJT and his swallowers. Oh yeah, I can curse you, Billy B. I forgot to curse you, Billy B. Cursing you, cursing your family, cursing your terrorist network, cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. No, I called the girl accidentally. The way I was speaking, I was thinking about Christy Nome, who I was trying to call a bitch, and I accidentally referred to our new American hero with that. Okay. Yeah, MAGA's terrible. Sorry, pizza guy. Sorry about the MAGA people. They're the worst, and there's lots of them here. I don't know why, but at least they're here instead of somewhere else. And here I'll curse them. Here I'll curse them and their families, and I'll curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through them. I've cursed them back in August, September. I cursed them. I curse them fairly frequently, but I didn't used to curse them. And ever since I cursed them, some shit starts going down. Like namely planes, blowhards. People have been going down. Some random California congressman who voted MAGA 100% of the time. Things been going down. The ICE has been kept out of New Orleans by voodoo dolls. Things have been going down. They've predicted the death of Trump in 2026. There's a shamanic prediction for the death of Trump this year. So things are going down. Okay. Sorry, I missed some of your comments. And I've got to plug up my phone, or else there'll be no chance of reading your comments. If you left a good comment and I didn't read it, put an emoji in the chat or something so that I can read it. Okay. Oh, there's emojis in the chat. Does that mean I missed some good comments, Wagoner, Vermont? Let me look. You said, shut up, bitch. Why'd you call her a bitch? It was an accident. I was thinking about Christy Nome. Why are you cursing kids and shit over a comment? Soft ass. Oh, yeah, I'll curse a fucking kid. Fuck the kids, dude. Being a kid's no goddamn excuse. They shouldn't be here if they're a kid. Like, if they're a kid and they're already fucking dis-MAGA, like, I'm doing the world a favor. Don't worry about that. Fuck this nigga family, dude. You. Whose family? Who are we talking about? Oh, you're the one who shit your pants. Okay, I think I've caught up on all your comments. It wasn't really that enlightening. Fuck the kids, yeah. No, I'm saying fuck the Nazi kids. Just because Nazis are kids, fuck them. Like, they're still Nazis. The most important thing is they're fucking Nazis. So fuck them. I mean, for them, I guess the whole pedophile thing is like, I don't know, fantasy or something. Okay. Simpsons creators couldn't have wrote you any better. Jesus, who do you think I would be in The Simpsons? God bless you, Rose. Stop cursing and wishing bad on people, even if you're right. I don't know, dude. Charlie Kirk's gone. Greg Biffle or Jeff Biffle or whatever the fuck his name, he's gone. Some MAGA congressman who voted for Trump 100% of the time is gone. Jeff Biffle's family is gone. Like, you know, it seems pretty effective. And what's her name? Nicki Minaj, Tyronika Biggums is calling JD Vance an assassin to one of his victims' widow's faces, like, in his lover's face. Like, it's pretty epic. I'm not taking I'm not taking credit for all that. I'm just saying all these things have been happening since I started cursing them. So I think I want to curse them more. Honestly, I think cursing them more is probably the way to go. Just keep driving some emojis in chat. Let me see if I missed from just keep driving. Let's look it up. Why do people act like they care for politics? None of you actually care. Why do you pretend to care about this? You're racist. You're racist, but you can't spell your right. So kind of hard to take your assessment. Just talk. I'm talk to you, the creator. The creator is racist. You think God is your goddess is racist? You're a racist content creator. Oh, I think you think you're talking to me, but you can't spell your correctly, so it gets confusing. The creator is a racist. Now, are you talking about God? Your racist God is a racist, and he's fake. He's not a real God. The goddess is not a racist. That's one way you'll know the difference. Euless, you are a racist. No, now to make sense, this guy's a lunatic. Euless, you're a racist. So at least you admit that being racist would be crazy. At least you know that racism is a form of insanity. Oh, you're an inbred and racist to boot. Damn, Billy on fire. Pink hand emojis. This man is the product of inbreeding. What you see on the screen. I'm so glad you made it so clear. Okay, sorry about the Nazis. Yeah, I'm cursing Trump. Don't worry, pizza guy. I'm cursing Trump, but I'm cursing Trump through these little kids who decide they want to troll people. Because why shouldn't kids find out that magic is real? Okay. Steven is making fun of Billy and he says, "Oh, aren't you just super observant? You're so incredible. It's so powerful of you for making fun of people with mental illness. And you're just like super smart and stuff." And then Slybuster says, "Based Billy." This would be a perfect opportunity for you guys to educate me because I don't know what based means. I don't speak into libertarian, so I don't know what based means. I don't know what simp means. Can you guys tell me what based means in chat? Because I don't speak into libertarian. I know that a lot of you guys are into libertarians. So let me know what based means in chat. Or let me know what simp means in chat. I always remember that when anybody says based, I remember the word simp. But I don't know what either of those words means. Ashley Babbitt is based. That bitch. That bitch you got shot like a trumper clay pigeon. Oh, dude, am I gonna have to rap for you losers now? Base means red pill. Okay, that's another one. What does red pill mean? Asking for an insa libertarian. I mean, I don't want any insa libertarians, but since you're all here, I'll do a rap for you guys. This is in honor of January 6th. Jaden X Regulators. This is the verse of Regulators called Jaden X verse for Jaden X, John Sullivan, the Regulator out of Utah. Here's a little story about Jaden X, just one of 70 million reasons Trumpers shouldn't have sex. So you grew up black in Utah, damn, I'm sorry, and Mormon? Still, that's no excuse for your Capitol storming. Were you abused in the Olympics when they made you a skater? So write a book or two, don't let it make you a traitor. On the Capitol steps, you really added some pep, letting everyone know it's Trump and Putin you rep. Helped your fellow rebels rebel up and cheered them on as savage. You yelled, let's burn it down, and then you went in to ravage. Every cop who tried to stop the mob, you threatened their life. Every door they locked, you popped up and said, I got a knife. You yelled, go, and Ashley jumped the window. You stayed on your feet. Like yelling pull to fire your fellow terrorist skeet. When they blew her ass away just like a trumper clay pigeon, she died just for your life. You feel guilt just a smidgen? You sold the vid for 30 G's. You sold your soul for some views. FBI caught you, but a judge released. Guess they're guilty too. You're back on YouTube blocking me, feeling free, I bet. I guarantee you're just not in this Trump terrorist net, tying you to Trump and all of his kind until it turns to bars of iron. You'll all be safer behind. Here's a little story about Marjorie Taylor Greene and why Trumpers should not be heard or seen. So you stalk Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, where you're gonna be an inmate and she's gonna be prez. Saw you peeping through the mail slot at AOC's office door. Bitch, if you can read or write, you would know what it's for.
Isn't it a federal crime just for raising the flap? I think your wrist needs some handcuffs, not just a slap. You think your dumb ass can debate AOC? If it fell dead in the forest, you couldn't debate a tree. And we know that you're wrong by the things that you said. The way Trump and Putin replaced the brains in your head, we all love the brilliant AOC. She makes an impression. We love her because she's like us, not some jealous obsession. The right wishes they had an AOC because she's so awesome. But if you're the closest they've got, does that make you the hot one? Damn, I'm just being sarcastic. Nothing's as ugly and drastic as these racist Congress traitors acting all bombastic. Here's a little story about Lauren Boebert. Fuck the pudding. She's why Trumpers shouldn't even get yogurt. Dyed her hair and wore fake glasses to look like Sarah Palin. Say, isn't that the starter kit for fascism and Palin? Just like Palin, all her funding probably comes from a Russian. To accept her Q and Nazi views, you need a concussion. She filmed herself illegally carrying a gun in D.C. The same cops who gassed you for a BLM sign and let her run free. Days before the Trump insurrection, she gave tours to the Capitol, showed her terrorist friends a way in so they wouldn't need a map at all. On the 6th, she tweeted, "This is 1776. She's calling Biden a tyrant, but they're just some dumb hicks. We got Congress and Senator problems we need to fix. Getting elected to overthrow us, them some treasonous tricks. But they couldn't shoot us all even if we only had sticks. Wrap our hope in Roman scandals and we're lighting the wicks for the day when Trump is locked away just hammering bricks." And that was the full rap Regulators. Care about the American hero, Renee Nicole Good, who was killed by an ICE agent today. She's like the Crispus Attucks of 2026, or white women's George Floyd. So we're going to overthrow Trump for her. Yup. And the Trump hooteners are all freaking out. They're all triggering in comments, freaking out. So I'm going to curse them. The thing I do is curse the Trump hooteners. I'm cursing you Trump hooteners. I'm cursing your families and friends. I'm cursing your terrorist networks. I'm cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. So, that's what happened. Billy, you can't type faster. You can't type faster than anybody when I mute you. Did you have a special dialing wand? Maybe his slim physique is due to his trolling fingers. You can't rebuke me in the name of Jesus Christ. Your Jesus is fake. But hey, guess what? Magic 888, spelled MAJIK 888, which is probably surely a Nazi reference. Magic 888. What's your channel activity? Joined 2 years ago. You got 2 subscribers. That's tracking. That's standard for Nazis. But hey, Magic 888, since you said you rebuke me in the name of Jesus, you bitch, what I'm going to do is rebuke you in the name of the real Jesus, you bitch. So you just got cursed. You and MAGA and all your Trump Putineers associated with you just got cursed all the way up to Trump and Putin and Netanyahu. And you got rebuked in the name of the real Jesus instead of your Antichrist Trump. Thanks, Carissa. Thanks for commenting. Sorry about the Nazis. Freudian. Sorry about the Nazis, Zionists, Zionazis. Sorry about the not Zionists, the not Zionists. You guys can go to another country. You people who like Trump and Netanyahu, you guys can go to another country. In fact, we'll catapult you over there from Sarah Palin's porch. 2 camps. You guys get to go to 2 camps. Very far apart. It'll be in Siberia, so there won't be any way for you to travel between the camps. I think you know where I'm going with this. Can you guess how we're going to... how many genders do you guys think there are? Can you guess how we're going to decide on what the 2 camps are for Trump Putineers to be catapulted into? Oh, and you Zionists are even stupid. Well, it's hard to say you're stupider than Trump Putineers. You Zionists are being tricked by the Trump Putineers into doing a genocide, and then they're going to genocide you. Like, don't say I didn't warn you. You heard it here first. If you hadn't heard it before, you heard it here first. You're doing a genocide for Trump and Putin, and then they're going to genocide you. You dumb fucks. Zionists are like the second stupidest people in the world behind the Trump Putineers. You tricked them into doing a genocide for them. Yeah, you've been tricked. You got tricked into doing a genocide, and guess what Marjorie Taylor Greene and Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes and Matt Gaetz are going to do to you, and Trump are going to do to you next? A genocide. And they're going to get away with it. Nobody's going to stop them because they got you to do a genocide for them, you dumb fucks. Yeah, see how far that's going to get you. Trump's going to use you up and spit you out. Just like he did Machado, just like he did Marjorie Taylor Greene, just like he did James Comey, just like he did. Dude, everybody, once Trump's done with you, he's going to spit you out. That includes Israel, you dumb fucks. Stupid fucks. Stupidest fucks on the planet next to Trump-Putineers themselves. Trump-Putineers are the stupidest. Zionists are the second stupidest. Wait, this guy, Kobe Russell, says, then you want to pretend you know shit about genocide? You're a fool. But he can't spell your right. Does he know that Putin, his master, is doing genocide in Ukraine? Is that what he's trying to say? He's like, no, only Putin really does genocide good enough for his standards. Anyway, Billy, y'all stanky, itchy ass to bed. Is Billy a problem? Should we make fun of Billy for a while? Let's make fun of Billy for a while. Okay, Billy's comments included. Billy's been busy, huh? Yeah, Billy's been real busy. Mind you, this fully fledged adult man sitting alone in the indoors trying to give his wisdom LMAO. Janito, that's only true if I was lying. There is no need to articulate an argument for lesser beings such as you all, LOL. Look at your skin complexion. Look at the bags under your eyes, bundled up while indoors. Your home is probably dirty. This is where you should spend your time? I cannot imagine the troglodyte directly watching this unironically. We can dismiss pinned messages, by the way, LOL. The power of dismissing messages. It's like burning books digitally. He's such a dumbass Nazi. I can't do it anymore. He wasn't interesting. No, I just make fun of Nazis in chat by reading their comments in Russian accent. He's Jewish. God bless Donald John Trump. BJT. Donica Putinsky. Donica Putinsky. BJT. Krasnov. Krasnov. Bliss Krasnov. Fuck Krasnov. Fuck all you Nazi pieces of shit. You must have a lot of white guilt to act this way. No, dude, fuck you, racist pieces of shit, dude. White people who aren't racist are so much happier and better than white people who are racist. Krista says white guilt. She knows I really don't feel bad about fucking anything. She knows me better than the rest of you. She knows I feel bad about something I said to her once. Actually, I feel bad about numerous things I've said to her, but I don't really feel bad about anything. Because I also try to say really nice things. But thankfully, we've talked enough that unfortunately I've said mean things. The cheese is a Nazi. Yes, I'm really happy. You know what's going to make me happier, the cheese? Since you're such a fucking Nazi and you wanted to bring it up, the fact that I cursed you, and I'm going to curse you again right now, and I'm going to curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you, that makes me happy. Because watch what the fuck happens with that. Dude, I'm not defining Nazis in the chat. If your feelings are hurt because I called you a Nazi, stop being a goddamn Nazi. It's going to be a lot more than your feelings that are hurt because I cursed you. Yeah, Nazis are pedophiles too. Nazi, pedophile. The word that means Nazi and pedophile is Trumputineer. Trumputineer or MAGA, Trumper. I call them Trumputineers. Okay. Oh, I know what Nazis are. You guys are all Nazis except for, I think, Carissa and... Was there another not? If you're not a Nazi in chat, go ahead and drop a emoji. So I know to pay attention to your comments because I think the only other people that weren't Nazis in chat left. I think we just have Carissa here. Do we have any other not Nazis in chat? Okay, that's what I thought. Everybody's a Nazi in chat except Carissa. That's what I thought. Okay, let's make sure we read all Carissa's comments. But yeah, so we were just celebrating the hero, Renee Nicole Good. Celebrating the hero, Renee Nicole Good. And cursing all the Nazis who are celebrating their murder of another innocent woman. And the Nazis who are celebrating their murder of thousands of innocent kids. Sorry, there aren't any other people who aren't Nazis here, Carissa. Maybe you and I should just talk. Oh, Somalis are more American. Somalis should have had Minnesota. If Ilhan Omar was governor of Minnesota, this never would have happened. Do, 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 do. Sorry, we got all these Nazis in the chat. Nazis are people that would blame a woman for being killed by Nazis. Those are Nazis. Like, you want a definition of a Nazi? A Nazi is someone like everybody in the chat except Carissa, who would blame a woman for being killed by Nazis. Yeah, Carissa is correct. She says she did not cause her death. She didn't do anything wrong. Okay, I'm a former Southern brother. What is that? I prospected in prison when I was 18. I have been around these types and have sympathized with them. I have many regrets. Sounds like maybe you were in a type of Klan group previously that they inducted you into from prison. Am I reading your comment correctly? I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry you were in prison, and I'm sorry that you were in that group. I appreciate you speaking out, and I want to bless you and thank you for speaking out and for turning against racism. And that's awesome and powerful. And I'm sorry that you've sympathized with them, but I'm glad that you're sympathizing with humans and Americans now instead. Thank you, and nice to meet you, Kronos. If you'd like to comment on my content, I'll stay in touch with you. And welcome. I'm glad you're not one of them anymore. We can make other ex-MAGA American again. It's a prison gang. I've reformed. I'm getting my tattoos removed soon. Oh, okay. Is it a racist prison gang? My impression is that a lot of them were. So I hope that means you've also reformed from being racist, which is awesome. Well done. It shows that there's hope even for these Nazis. I mean, on the other hand, I curse these Nazis, so there might not be that much hope for them left. But yeah, I'm sorry that, yes, very racist. I'm sorry about that. But it just shows it's like it's a terrorist network, and the people who are in it are victims of the terrorist network who made you into terrorists. You were a victim of them, catching you in a vulnerable place in prison where you need people. That reminds me to talk about the FBI, fucking Team UKGB, FBI. They keep making terrorists, right? Some terrorist plots they'll carry them out. Other terrorist plots they'll like stop them and then take credit for it. So this guy that they supposedly stopped from doing a terrorist plot on New Year's Eve, I know lots happened in the week since then, but New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, there was a news story about the FBI stopping this guy from doing a terrorist plot because he joined ISIS and he pledged allegiance to ISIS. The only people he was talking to were the FBI. The FBI were pretending to be ISIS, and they got some guy to do a terrorist plot that he was planning for a year to attack with hammers and knives. Dude, you do not need to plan for a year to make an attack with hammers and knives. But you need the FBI to groom you for a year to look like that. So the FBI keeps making all these damn terrorists, right? And they let some of them go to do their terrorist acts, and then they stop some of them. But it's the fucking FBI involved every single goddamn time. What's the common denominator of every single terrorist thing you've ever heard ever gets busted in America anymore? The FBI was posing as this to catch them. Dude, they're just entrapping people / grooming people into terrorist networks. I'm only 23 years old. Well, wow, what a life. Chrono says, but well done to have transcended racism, at only 23 years old. Very well done. He said, but it's hypocritical racism because we bought and sold from blacks and Hispanics. I really wish I could go back. We're even fighting each other. It ain't good. What would you do if you go back? I mean, there's terrorists right here in this cell. I mean, right here in this chat room. If you want to influence some of these fucking Nazis and groypers, they're here in the chat. We're talking about the American hero and martyr, Renee Nicole Good, who was killed by an ICE terrorist, a domestic terrorist today. I just bought a house and I'm in college at 25. But then you're thanking Trump for that? Why wouldn't you thank yourself or your privilege for that? No, everybody, I think, besides Carissa and Kronos in the chat is a domestic terrorist, which this is very useful live for Nazi hunters and terrorist hunters to hunt you guys down. I wish I'd stopped what I was doing to end up in prison. I'm sorry about that, but you're not doing it now, so you did stop what you were doing to end up in prison. I'm sorry you ended up in prison, though. Okay. Any more good people in chat? If you're a good person in chat, you can leave. Oh, I didn't assume you were a terrorist. There's plenty of terrorists already in the chat. Sorry if I didn't notice your comment before. Let me look at your comment and see if I assumed wrongly. But I didn't assume you were a terrorist. If you assumed I was talking about you, you might be a terrorist. Let's look at your comments, see what I missed. Why are you assuming I'm a terrorist? I just joined the live. No, you literally just joined the live. I didn't assume you were a terrorist. That was your first comment. I was not aware of your presence. I've been aware of all these people leaving all these Nazi comments, and Carissa and Kronos. Two people with K names, ironically, are the people who are not Nazis in the chat so far. I have hope. Correct. I'm getting married to the girl in my PFP in August. Congratulations. Bless your marriage. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad that things are good for you now. Yeah, you're all Nazis. If you're denying that you're Nazis, you're just a really stupid Nazi. If you're a Zionist and you don't realize you're a Nazi, you're a really fucking stupid Nazi. Do 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 do. Yeah, learn how to spell before calling others an idiot. Dude, they always say you're an idiot, but they can't spell your correctly. Looks like Kenny from South Park, kind of. Okay. Sorry about the Nazi pedophile MAGA supporters in chat, the Trump mutineers. Every day is a good day, even with trouble. Do you know why? Because Jesus is the living word. Much love, y'all. Be blessed. Thanks, Paul. Good luck, Paul Christopher, for Christ. I hope you find people. I mean, you found us if you're still here. Dude, the majority of the chat shows you're the minority in your dumbass thinking. But again, you can't spell your correctly. So who's the dumbass? But mostly, yeah, net and YouTube jam packs by chat full of Nazis. It's been that way for fucking years. You Nazis are well organized at calling in more Nazis. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Oh, you use your Discord to bring more people to a chat because you're a Nazi terrorist cell. Nobody fucking cares. All you do in this chat is get you and your families cursed. What happened to old Biffle, boy? Any of y'all NASCAR fans? Y'all aren't even fucking American. How do you be a Zionist without being a Nazi? Zionism is just a subset of Nazis. It's just an off-brand Nazi. Like the what's it called in India? Modi's party in India. They're not white, but they're fucking Nazis. They're Indian Nazis. They're Hindu Nazis. They're all fucking Nazis. Anybody who obeys and kowtows to Putin's a goddamn Nazi. Shit ain't hard. They're fucking stupid if you don't see it. What do you think about Flats the Flounder, the Pussy Pounder? This is the first I've heard of it. We've got an impressive name. How do you even know this, Colby? Did I miss something Colby said? I'm from Alabama. I'm from Georgia. Nice to meet you. Dude, you're going to lose a finger tomorrow. More cowbell. You think I'm some sort of lumen goon? Think I'm some sort of lumen goon? Okay. Sorry about all the Nazis in chat. Are you a good kisser? Yeah, I don't know. I was years ago when I kissed people. It's a fucking random videos on YouTube, you cuck. I don't even have Discord. Trying to cover his tracks. Nobody has Discord. Your channel is calling you whatever that word is. We haven't said that in America in like 40 years. Sorry if I didn't get any good comments. I'm not even live for more than 10 more minutes. You got 17 of 21 people who think you're a dumbass. Dude, 17 Nazis is like, y'all don't amount to anything, though. Like, you're not typing. Spell your correctly, please. Anyway. Sorry, but there's a bunch of Nazis projecting their pedophile fantasies. I'm kirking my little Charlie to this stream right now. I'm sorry if I read that in Russian and you were making fun of. I should have just read it in American. I'm kirking my little Charlie to this stream right now. Because I don't think that's a criticism. I think that's a compliment, right? I called somebody a fence post earlier today. That's funny. How ironic. Read it in American. Yeah, I read it in American the second time because I realized you weren't necessarily being a Trumper. I don't know. Are you a Trumper? Are you a Trumputineer or are you a human? Let me look. So Nazis are still around after World War II. You can call them neo-Nazis if you want to. The Nazi is from World War II, the German. Yeah, the same ones. They're back. Or they've, emerged again. I still can't tell whether you're a Nazi. Do you support Trump or not? Dude, this is really simple. Do you support Trump or you don't support Trump? Are you a Nazi or not a Nazi? Let's find out. Pirated copy says acclimation, accumulation, culinary, and encephalitis with chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Encephalopathy. Dude can't define a Nazi. Sucks, not gonna lie. America voted for a pedo president. Thank you. I mean, no thank you for voting for a pedo president, but thank you for pointing out the truth. That guy knows about the learning center, a Leering Center. Did you watch Sammy Obeid the cheese? Did you see Sammy Obeid's content about the Leering Center? Is that how you know there was a Leering Center? His King Lear video? No, I'm not homophobic, but if you're asking people in the chat, America has a pedo for a president. Replace pin message. Pusillanimous in a hood. I think that's a compliment. I don't know what pusillanimous means. Okay. Yeah, Trump shits his pants. Trump is a piece of shit. We all hate him. Okay. So, everybody who matters hates Trump. This was really supposed to be alive just to make fun of the Trumpers and curse them. I remember to curse all the Trumputineers, curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through them. How dare you belittle the experience of the Jewish people to even suggest that such despicable acts happen in America is ridiculous and extremely disrespectful. If you would stop kidnapping people for your concentration camps in America, if you'd stop invading Venezuela to make concentration camps there, like Germany invaded Poland to make concentration camps, and if you would stop Israel genociding the Palestinian people, you could say something. But in the meantime, I'm cursing you. I'm cursing Netanyahu through you, you dumb fuck Zionist piece of shit. You came to the wrong live, you Nazi piece of shit. Yeah, I called you a Nazi to your face, and I called your fucking leader a Nazi to your face. You dumb fuck piece of shit. Boo boo. Heel Mighty 6893 channel activity joined 11 years ago, and you have 1 subscriber. And you made that 1 comment and got your fucking family cursed. You dumb fuck. Okay. Anybody else need a curse before I go? We're shutting it down. Thanks for subscribing. Rotator, I'm destroying Donald Trump here. Destroying Donica Putinsky. Destroying his daddy Vladdy. Destroying Netanyahu here. You came to the right live. Surge seems like they might be a decent person. Thanks for being here. Sorry we don't have much time left. Mole on my eyebrow, yes. Thanks. What does that mean? Is it a sign of something? Trump should go back to his TV show or WWE. That's anti-Trump. I mean, I think he should probably be executed, but it's anti-Trump to mention that. I think we should only elect politicians who run on the priority of impeach, remove, execute Trump and all his supporters. Anybody who's in power who supported him, impeach, remove, execute. Oh, I'm making fun of you. Let me make this cheese before we go. We've only got 5 minutes left. Let's make fun of the cheese before we go. The cheese said, "You're such a Trump simp. You talk about him every day. You seem really happy. Oh, goodness, no. Define it, tardo. You sure sound like a Nazi. You hate people in your own country for not sharing your opinion. Or this guy's what Democrats lost. We should be thankful. We're a good president because of people like this. You look like you're cursed. I bet you support getting rid of guns, though. Economy is doing better. Illegals are getting shipped out and they're cracking down on crime, trying to stop drugs from coming. I say we make good choice with Trump. So anyone that doesn't show your opinions is just a terrorist or Nazi? This guy is just reread like waltz and depressed and angry. You're the minority. You just don't realize that you're an angry little man. He's so dumb. He's, you know what's going to be funny is when you find out that I'm not in the minority, when you find out how much more numerous we are than you because you're fucking surrounded. His daycare must have been the leering center. Trumper is a compliment. We have support America. We don't obsess over. No, Trumper is a Trumpootineer, MAGA is a worse insult than fucking pedophile or Nazi or any other word you can come up with. It's the worst insult ever in the history of language. The only comments he wants to read is the ones about Trump or pedophilia. Of course, look at you. You think making fun of people, but you're just bringing shame to yourself and embarrassing yourself. Dude, it wasn't even fun to make fun of your comments. Just reported you, bitch boy. Nazi, what? TDS, TDS. Right wingers don't become right wingers using fact and logic, so I appreciate you making fun of them since it's the only language they understand. Oh, I curse them too. Like, watch what happens. I curse these motherfuckers. And I curse their families, and I curse their friends, and I curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through them. Never forget to curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through them. That's the important thing. Well, anyway, I'm glad I'm not in the situation I was in. Fuck Donald Trump, by the way. Yes, thank you. I am so glad too. And Kronos, it's so good to meet you. Bless your engagement and your marriage. And stop back by anytime or check out my content, and we'll stay in touch. You are correct, sir. Thank you, John B. Let me read your comments before we go. I shouldn't waste any more time with Nazi comments. You should have only read, MAGA little animals don't know they're stupid and you can't fix stupid. Fuck DJT and his followers and his swallowers. Fuck BJT. Fuck Donica Putinsky. Never met a single intelligent right winger. I mean, even intelligent people can get brainwashed into it. They can be intelligent, but of course it makes them much less intelligent to become a Nazi. I bet you talk about Trump in your sleep. My gas is 2 cents cheaper. Just don't look at the major bills. Trump 2028, baby. Yeah, like redneck, stupid ass pieces of shit. Why are you blocking people? I didn't block anybody. Dude, I haven't blocked anybody this whole live. We've been live 57 minutes and 23 seconds. I haven't blocked a single person. Somebody retracted their message. Maybe you. Yep, blocked. Welcome to the sore loser for life chat. The earth isn't flat. Thank you, Marty Poolpipe. You really set them straight. Trump Butineers are Space Force in the street, flat earth in the sheets, though. Like, they somehow believe in Space Force and the flat earth because all their beliefs are contradictory lies and racism. They only speak Chinese and hate speech. Call your dad, say you've been gay, and I will send you $100. I shouldn't have read that in Russian. That's probably just a genuine comment. Okay, so we're done. We finished the live. We're trying to respect Renee Nicole Good. Of course, there wasn't going to be any respect for her because we got a bunch of Nazis in the chat. But we did get respect from good people like Kronos, Carissa, other good people who've been here, and appreciate you guys having good comments. Sorry about all the Nazis. They are sometimes fun to make fun of. Sorry they weren't even fun to make fun of this time. But it's what they do. So, boobs nice. Like them. Jolly crying about civility while defending Nazis. Literal cry bullies. Cry bullies. What a great word. Cry bullies. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta shut down live. But thank y'all for being here. I'll go live later, maybe. Dude, I didn't get wrecked. Y'all did nothing. You didn't even hit my battleship. You didn't hit anything. What? Yo, dude, they'll kill you for anything. They just killed her for being there. She was just driving. She told them, she waved them to go around, and they got out of their car and threatened her and then killed her. They're just terrorists. They're a domestic terrorist organization. We're going to punish them accordingly. We're going to punish these losers in chat for supporting them, for supporting terrorism. For supporting terrorism, we're pretty much entitled to all their stuff, any property they may have, any family they leave behind when we lock them up for life. Life in prison for all ICE and all their enablers. Automatic citizenship for all their victims. And compensation. See y'all soon.